Hello there, fellow asylum patients. This is Insanity Compromise here, also known as Zach Duff. I am coming to you with a sad story, per se. May not be necessarily sad for you, but it is for me. So, I'm kind of obsessed with music. It's my thing, it's how I get through life. It's gotten me out of some, very depressed, sad moments in my life to where, I kind of felt like possibly ending it, and it's helped me power through and, just make it through. But here we have my lovely MP3, and here's Monty's cage. I put Napoleon Dynamite in there in the needler because he likes to sleep under that. Here's my lovely MP3 that I've had for many, many years, around 7 I believe. And it sadly got dropped in the water when I was getting a bath ready. So I was going to take a bath because I was really sore and needed to relax a little bit. So I was just listening to music I had in my pocket and pulled it out of my pocket, and the headphone wire got snagged on like something in my pocket. It was like my keys or something, and they got snagged on the inside of the pocket. And then when doing that, it like jerked out of my hand and disconnected, and then it fell in the water. I mean, no, it's not too sad losing an MP3 player per se. Like if you just have music on it, then you can just get the music you had before. I had this all through high school, and I think a year through middle school. In middle school, we didn't use computers much, so we didn't save anything. But I used this as a flash drive all through high school. So that means this had every single file, every single, like text document, PowerPoint, all my presentations and all that on this MP3 all through high school. And it really sucks because this is all I had it on. I used to have it on my computer that I had, but then that hard drive just took a huge dump and stopped working. Anyways, so upon dropping it in, I quickly tried to get as much water out as possible because it's not fully tight. It's been dropped a couple of times. And here, I'll open it up for you because I went and I got a screwdriver and I popped it open so then I could get rice in here to absorb as much liquid as possible. So I did that, and I let it sit for like a day soaking up water. And if I plug it in and press the reset button, which is right there, it's kind of tiny and hard to see, it's right there. The LCD screen would light up and have the boot up image which says Go Gear, and that's all it did. It would not go any further past that. I was like, maybe there's a chance, and it's just never worked. I can buy an exact version of this, which I have here on the back, the SA3285, for $80 on eBay, in which I'm definitely going to do, or my parents are going to get me for Christmas. I need to fill Monty's water, it's getting low. But not only did I lose everything from high school, there's this old physics-based game called Incredibots. You can make basic triangle or basic shapes like triangles. You start by clicking one point, then you can make the length as long as you want to a certain point. I think I'm going to call it was like 3 meters maybe. I really don't know the actual official length of the stuff in the game. And then you brought it to another point, and then you could make it however angle and all that, and then once you click that one, then it instantly makes the last point and then makes the full shape. And you can make square, and then you can make circles which were, you know, bigger or smaller. You couldn't make ovals unless you put like circles on the end and then curved rectangles around it to make an oval per shape, per se, or football shape. Now, I had a lot of stuff on there, like a couple years worth before, and that was on the computer that I used for, I think, high school? I don't remember. No, it was on my parents' old computer. And I used that. And then I don't know if I used a flash drive or anything. I don't think I did. I just saved them on a file or a folder. And I had years worth of stuff from like my very basic startings of how to, you know, play the game, how to create bots and everything. And then they got a little bit more advanced, and I looked up on YouTube how to make suspension in the game to where it was very like bouncy and springy. And I did that, and then I was making different variants of suspension in the game and kept going through and making different things and new things. Then it eventually got to the point where the computer stopped working and I lost everything, like a year or two's worth of that. And that was before I had this. And then I eventually got this, and since it's an MP3 player, this also has, it can be used as a flash drive, so it uses as a flash drive. It could actually read text documents, play MP4 files, play MP3, and then WPA files, which are most common with CDs. It was great. It could do a lot of things for, you know, a relatively old thing. It has 8 gigs. Well, you can't really read it because I wrote over it. It has 8 gigabytes, and I had it around 60% full, and still had plenty of room on this. And then I was like, okay, I was kind of mad at the time. I was like, I lost everything from Incredibots. And then I was like, okay, it's fine. I'll just redo everything. And I still had some, I think I had some files saved on this. Maybe, I maybe had it at the time. I had some of my latest ones that I saved because I'd take it to school and then I'd work on it at school when I was like, you know, during free time or whatever, because it was a lot of fun playing that game. And then I eventually, you know, made some more really cool stuff. I recreated a car from my favorite game on PS3, MotorStorm, the Ozutsu Ronin, based off of Subaru Impreza mixed with a little bit of Mercedes for like the headlights kind of, and also the Ford Escort Sierra Cosworth with the roof spoiler, which beautiful car. Fortunately, I'll never ever be able to own one because I do not have almost like 70 grand. But with that, I made it to where, like, because they finally released the beta version of Incredibots 3, which I don't think it's gotten out of beta since. It's like lost sponsors or something. But that gave us all the special stuff that you could get in Incredibots 2 when you paid for it, which was like thrusters, cannons, and then you can make it. And then they also gave us, like, if you have a certain piece get hit by the ground or another piece, it can cause certain joints to break. So you can make more destructible stuff, which was really, really cool because I made it to where the bumper could fall off, like in MotorStorm, and then I made it to where the bumper could fall off, like in MotorStorm, and also made it to where if you somehow rolled it over and it landed on its roof, it destroyed 2 sliding joints on the suspension, so the suspension was a lot more bouncy and wobbly, like it was damaged. It was a lot of fun, and I also made it to where the acceleration was 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, the numbers, as in gears, and I made it to where they had stronger joints for the lower gears, then, you know, you have more acceleration, more oomph, and then the lower gears, or the higher gears, had less strength, so then, you know, you wouldn't be able to climb hills as easily and stuff. It was a lot of fun, and I think I also recreated the Ozutsu Ronin on Incredibots 3, because the physics in that one is a bit different. Still a really, really fun game. My $60 computer cannot handle it. But I mean, I did lose all that stuff, which really sucked. And then I was like, wait a second, because my dad had this CD of a band called The Presidents of the United States of America. Yes, it's a very long name, but they're a great band, and I grew up listening to that band. And there's on the second song, which was Feather Plucking, it would skip at a certain point, and I always remember that because like I grew up hearing it skip at that same point all the time, and it just kind of grew on me, and it was like, I love this specific version of it because it's the one I grew up listening to. And this MP3 had that, and I thought I lost it, but I didn't, because a while back I put every single song at the time on this MP3 onto my PS3, and that took like, I don't know, 2 hours or so. It had to save like what was it, over 700 songs or so. I know that's not much, but there's songs that were on here that my sister had because this was hers before it was mine. And yeah, just holding the power button, wishing it would turn on, but it won't ever turn on, and I'm very sad about this. That'll be the end of this video, guys. Again, thank you for watching. If you liked the video, hit the like and subscribe button down below, and if you don't, well then I guess you don't. It's fine, I guess, but I'm just a small YouTuber. I have like 4 subscribers on my second channel, which is this one that you're watching, Insanity Compromise Entertainment, where I have all my random things, all my stuff that happens throughout the day. I haven't been uploading lately because I've been trying to find a job, and I've also been working at the Haunted Forest, of which I made a video when I was slightly buzzed, and well, yeah. Anyways, thank you for watching. That'll be the end of this one. Bye.